This is absolutely amazing. Zack Snyder's Endgame teaming with Russos from Marvel vs. DC exclusive coming from Cosmic Book News. Imagine waking up to this, and this is exactly what happened. So, Tsunami, my good friend, please read this article. Please. Sorry, please. Please read this article for us.
All right, I'm all over it. I've been told not only is the Snyderverse in play for a full return, but there have also been discussions about a Marvel versus DC project involving the Russo brothers. They threw around ideas to do a DC Marvel film, said our source, who previously filled us in on the Daredevil Born Again retooling news, the real ending of The Flash, and more. I'll admit this one is a long shot, but the timing lines up. Here's how.
Hold on.
The Russos back at Marvel. The Russos are officially back at Marvel,
Hold on.
directing Avengers.
Hold on.
Hold on, Tsunami, the Empress did something funny.
I did something funny by accident. So I just I have to stop laughing before I continue. So I wanted to
use the straw.
Use the straw, but instead I can't even say it. Yeah, okay. I just bit on this and it became super funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning now. And now there's lipstick all over it, please.
And Man of Gunning.
Man of Gunning is Gunning.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, continue. My apologies. Have to watch where I put my lips. Okay, I'm ready.
From the top. I've been told not only is the Snyderverse in play for a full return, but there have also been discussions about a Marvel versus DC project involving the Russo brothers. They threw around ideas to do a DC Marvel film, said our source, who previously filled us in on the Daredevil Born Again retooling news, the real ending of The Flash, and more. I'll admit this one is a long shot, but the timing lines up. Here's how. Russo's back at Marvel. The Russos are officially back at Marvel, directing Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars. Rumors say they'll stay with Marvel after Secret Wars to guide the MCU's direction. At the same time, we are told that Zack Snyder is returning for the Snyderverse, backed by the Saudis, who want a Snyder-level event to rival Marvel's big Avengers movies. There's no questions both franchises were stronger when they were competing. The MCU was at its best with the Russos, and Snyder's DCEU was far more successful than anything DC released after Justice League, which Snyder had no involvement in. Also recall how the Russo brothers interviewed Zack Snyder. They love that guy. Gunn's DC future looks finished. I'm still told James Gunn is out once the Warner Brothers Discovery sale goes through. The New York Post reports Skydance Paramount is the frontrunner, in part because of Donald Trump's relationship with CNN's New Direction, and that alone tells you everything about Gunn's future. I was told directly if Skydance Paramount buys Warner WBD, Gunn will be forced out if he doesn't resign first. Variety already confirmed Paramount is going MAGA. How does Gunn's divisive DCU fit into that when he's had characters claiming Nazis love Jesus and equating our real world with the Nazi world? It doesn't. He's also lost the international audience, and there's no doubt why Warner Brothers Pictures dated the Minecraft sequel only 2 weeks after Gunn's Man of Tomorrow in 2027. Snyder knows. Meanwhile, Snyder posted that Superman Henry Cavill tribute image on Veterans Day. Snyder knows exactly what's happening. Snyder has been purposeful. He posted a Superman tribute with the American flag on Veterans Day, which signals he aligns with certain values, and Gunn didn't, which is surprising for the face of DC, our source said. Marvel versus DC. If the Snyderverse returns, Zack will be able to finish his Justice League storyline. I'm told DC will likely undergo another reboot afterward, presumably under Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi, whose WB contracts were just renewed. Gunn's contract has not been renewed. Even with talk of a reboot, it sounds like Marvel versus DC still isn't dead. It's been floated before, and even Gunn has mentioned the idea. They threw around ideas to do a DC Marvel film, said our source. Even Gunn wanted it. But our sources don't know if Marvel versus DC is still on the table now that the Russos are steering Marvel's next 2 Avengers movies, and Snyder is gearing up for his Justice League return. I don't know if they'd still be interested after all this. These movies are emotionally draining, one source said. Everything lines up. Snyderverse revival at the same time the Russos reshape Marvel creates a moment fans haven't seen in years. If interest keeps growing and the studios want a guaranteed hit, a Marvel versus DC crossover becomes a real option. It's now up to the people in the room and the fans watching all of it play out. A Marvel versus DC crossover isn't confirmed, but it's still a topic of discussion behind the scenes. I'll have more as I hear it.
Oh boy.
Oh
Okay,
boy,
this
what?
is amazing. This is amazing. So, yeah, this seems like a real possibility this time. Seems that it's not actual news, but it very well could be because it's just like a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you do this? So,
It could be a thing, yeah.
I can see it in this kind of a way. First, Snyder brings back whatever he wants to bring back, at least 2 movies maybe, to cement his return. Then we can think about DC and Marvel coming together because by that point, Marvel will also have something substantial that they released, whether that's good or not.
Mm.
And the Marvel universe also needs something in terms
Oh,
of
they
quality
need help, yes.
desperately. And they need more buzz and they need this restoration of interest when it comes to the fans because
Mhm.
we used to be one of the biggest fans of both universes, and when we see that they're both producing total crap,
Yeah.
2025 Superman and everything that Marvel
And everything else.
made in recent years, excluding Fantastic Four and the Thunderbolts, but that's like little too late by this
Yeah,
point
yeah.
because nobody went to see those movies, not enough people basically, because everybody are freaking disappointed.
Mm.
But those movies were good. So there's still the potential for Marvel to, of course, make something that is quality. But in order for everything to come together, we do need something big to happen so people are back. And the only thing that most people see as a genuine, real effort is the Snyderverse. And if you combine that with Marvel and what Marvel used to be, to bring that gravitas, a bit more mature, a bit more sophisticated vibe from the Snyderverse to Marvel, imagine the combination between those two universes could be groundbreaking. So to me, this is absolutely no-brainer. Whatever contracts they need to sign, they better figure it out and sign it.
Yeah, I mean, if they know how much money they can make from that, so just they need to figure out how they're going to do with the rights and everything else and the companies. But hey, it will bring money to everyone, so really, they shouldn't leave something like, well, we want our character to be better in the movie, but no, we want our character to be better. They will all be great. And I see some hints now in the comic books that they're doing, and they will do that new Superman and Spider-Man crossover again after, I don't know, 50 years. It was in the 70s, the first one that they made with Superman and Spider-Man. Now they're doing one again. They did Batman and Deadpool comic book, which is horrible, but it's still something that the two companies are doing together. So they're beginning to work together again because they see, oh, wait a minute, just our crossovers, like for example, oh, we have Deadpool and Captain America, or it's just our characters, we smush them together. It doesn't work, but when they go out with other characters from other brands, it actually works great. Like they had Batman and TMNT, which is a great series that was amazing, really, really amazing. And I can see that happening also, in a movie. They had Justice League and Power Rangers, so when they take other characters and other brands, it works. So it's just logical to take the big two now.
Yeah.
And why not having a movie with that? And you get the best directors. One of the best Marvel movies actually were under the Russo brothers. For example, Captain America 2 is one of my favorite, the Winter Soldier. I think in Europe was called the First Avenger Returns or
Yeah.
something
I
like
also
that.
like their separate project with Ryan Gosling.
Oh, that action movie. What
yeah,
was it?
the
I forgot how it was, the
Gray
name of that.
Man
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, I think that was it. It was good
It
action
was
movie. Yeah,
fun.
fun.
It was
Yeah,
very fun.
absolutely.
But what do you think, Tsunami, about all of this?
I think it's a fucking mess, to be perfectly honest. Number one, I'm still going to stick to what I kind of originally stated. All these actors are past their prime, and both universes need a complete reset. If they're going to make this work, you need to go back to what made the comics good in the first place. It's essentially what Marvel did leading up in phase one, where you just see each individual character story, and there's maybe like a teaser that there might be like a combination later. If you're a comic book fan, you knew exactly what was going on with those little teasers, but for everyone else, they just got a quality look at the character itself. Um, Getting rid of James Gunn is like a high priority, of course. That guy's a fucking retard. And then lastly, seeing them do a combination film, that's like one step above like multiverse, in my opinion. They should absolutely not fucking touch that shit until they have established two universes that are back to money printing machines. Like for right now, that's just a cheap way for them to go ahead and try and get some hype again. But they would be better served if they just reset both universes. That's my opinion, of course.
Okay, so I will add to that. I do agree that all the actors are past their prime,
Yeah.
most of them. It's all about how the actors look. The only person that looks exactly the same and it's perfectly capable of doing this is basically Gal Gadot, because she looks amazing.
Yeah.
She still looks sturdy. But the other guys, no. Now, my idea for all of this is that basically what I said, if they do this like an event for one time only, I think it's gonna be amazing. No matter how old the actors look, they're gonna fix that probably to an extent. It's about the event. It's not about continuing with these characters. It's about finishing what Zack wanted, which is gonna take maybe few movies. We have no idea what he actually wants to do from here on out, given the fact that so many years have passed now, but he still wants to complete that. I personally don't care if they're older as long as I see his vision come to fruition, and I do want to see that vision completed with the original actors. But from then on out, of course, you know,
Then I'll reboot it. Yes.
reboot it, get new actors and all of those things. Of course, we are all for that,
Yeah.
but I do think that it's very important for the whole world how people, what people need to be excited once again if this verse is completed. And then new hype and new hope is gonna be brought from that event, because it is going to be an
Yeah,
event.
and it will, if he finishes his vision, it will show actually to the studios that actually that was a lucrative franchise that they had
Yeah,
there.
well, it was literally. It just wasn't as
and there's
big
just
as Marvel.
numbers, and they see it now how many people want this to be back, you know. But after that, I mean, reboot everything really
Yeah.
with younger actors, but
Absolutely.
but keep the characters as they are in that universe. You know, don't make Superman a soy man. Don't make because I saw an article that someone said, you know, the James Gunn Batman should be inspired by the Adam West Batman. I said, what the hell, people?
What the hell, man?
What the hell? Inspired by the Adam West
West.
Batman? I mean, we should do the Batutsi now in Todia or whatever it was. No.
No, people are
No.
totally out of touch with
Yeah.
the times. That's
So
ridiculous.
and yeah, establish the two universes and really then make an event like that. As Tsunami said, just like they did in a comic book, they did a crossover with they did it twice in the 90s, I think it was. No, the first one was kind of a mess, by the way. The second is a bit better. They even made a universe in which they combined the two heroes. There was a Dark Claw, which was a combination of Batman and Wolverine together. That was nice. But those characters were established really. So yes, as a one thing, but as a one thing event, it really would be cool. But first, let's finish Zack's vision.
Yeah, that
then,
is going
yeah.
to pump a lot of new life in the eyes of the
I
fans.
just when
do you
even
think
even
they're
when
gonna go with
Marvel
it?
reboot the things, just keep the characters the same. I don't care. You're going to use the origin of the Ultimate Universe or whatever. If you make them, just keep them as the characters they should
The
be.
integrity and all of that.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
yeah,
Tsunami.
yes.
What do you think they're gonna do with it for the Snyder movies? Like, where is he gonna go?
Well, usually the original idea was that after all this character build-up, the turmoil that Superman went through and all that, he was supposed to become the lighter Superman that we know and love.
Yeah.
That was the idea, that the universe is going to go back to the hopeful and lighter tone, because the idea again is that Superman is going to transform all of that when he overcomes the horrible things and the threats. Then people are gonna see him finally in the better way. The world's not gonna be cynical anymore. The world's gonna have hope, and things are gonna continue from there. Batman's gonna return to not being an asshole and also having hope. Superman's gonna
Yeah,
bring that to him
yeah.
as well, into the world of Wonder Woman, and all those things will just be together. Now, how Zack sees it, I don't know, but that was like the original idea. There's this part of the apocalypse thing, which I'm not sure how that's gonna play out in it exactly.
I think it was like because Superman became essentially not exactly evil, but they were kind of evil because Lois is not there, and he works with
And then Darkseid took his mind
Apocalypse and something like that.
or
With
something.
Darkseid, Apocalypse was the planet. Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know how that's gonna factor in, but in any case, I just want to see that.
Yeah, just to see
just
really
let's see that.
finish it, because they can. Henry still looks okay. I think he can finish it. Ben Affleck has to get into shape of it.
Henry could do a lot more for his looks, but that's
Henry
another
can also
topic.
do a lot more. Yeah. So really, just to finish the vision, and after that reboot it and everything else. But please no James Gunnisms and other things.
Yeah, that's a given.
And really, the event after that to combine the two universes, that really shoots something that first we need to establish universe and establish characters, and then it's kind of no-brainer. I know that it will be hard because of rights issues and stuff like that, but I think that two studios want the money.
No, they're
And
gonna
it can
figure that
happen.
out.
They're going to figure it
They're
out.
gonna
I mean,
figure it out.
if again I said that the seeds are there because they, the comic book guys started to do it again now with Batman, Deadpool, Superman, Spider-Man, so they know that hey, people like when they see our characters. So we'll
No, the
just,
Cointer is gonna blow up if that happens.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
And it will show that actually we love the two universes. I was never a guy that, Marvel better, no, DC better. Why not both? Why not having both? I mean,
And
they all have great characters. Yeah, we can prefer one of the two. I prefer DC a bit more, but my all-time favorite character is from Marvel. So what to do now?
yeah, why not have both? Of
Why not
course.
have
Okay,
both?
last
Yeah.
point. Last point, which is very important, and then we're gonna take a look at your comments real quick. So, in terms of, because I did see, of course, a lot of other opinions of other people and YouTube channels. Some people really love the Snyder vision. Some people, of course, don't, which is normal. But we saw for the past few days, Grace kind of had a poll, and basically it was between the current Superman and Zack Snyder's universe, and Zack Snyder won even by 1 or 2%. Yeah. But having in mind that Grace blocked thousands, as far as I know, thousands of Zack Snyder fans throughout the years, because they're usually based and they usually call her out on her bullshit. And
so
even
she
though
sees that you're a fan of Zack Snyder and she blocks.
I don't know how. Probably someone was on the nose and said something to her. Who cares? That's not the point. The point is she did block more. Most of that audience, and still the Zack Snyder universe won. Then Critical Drinker saw that, he was like, F that, I'm gonna post my own poll. He did that, and Snyder was like 90 something percent, or Man of Steel 90 something. It was super high. Yeah. I think another guy did it.
Tyron Magnus.
Oh yes, he did it, and again
the same result. Yeah.
The same result. Yeah. So what I mean is that even though we have difference of opinions how great or not great the Snyderverse was in his vision, it is undoubtedly, it's undoubtful that a lot of people have a ton of interest into it, and people are extremely loyal to the universe, and therefore they for years were saying restore, and we remember what happened with the Snyder cut that was actually released. Then people just begged for it for years, and everybody said that that's not gonna happen. John Campia said that that's not gonna happen.
He said that doesn't happen.
And eventually we actually won. The people that see the quality and the meanings and the deeper stuff in that universe, we actually won. So now we're going towards the same direction, and I think that no matter what everybody or some people think about that quality, to us, obviously it's compelling enough, and obviously it's worth bringing forward. And I do think that some people saw it better with time. They understood more, more from the movies. In time, they saw the deeper things. Some people didn't in the beginning. There's many people that are like, well, we didn't understand anything. We watched the movie, just all the stuff went way over our heads. We didn't see any deeper meanings or whatever. And then after years have passed, they actually did. So now they appreciate it. Yeah. So this thing should be finished, and then let's get to the newer things. But I think that whatever you think about quality or stuff like that, although we are using this word, obviously when something is enough compelling, people are loyal to it, and they are keep on supporting it throughout the years. It's the same thing actually with Xena Warrior Princess, but we're never getting that probably. But yeah. That's totally different horse than there. So
It's a horse. Yeah.
it's a horse. So Tsunami, if you want, you can say anything, and then just check the comments that are addressing this in particular, and then we can move on.
Okay. Avernome says, honestly, I don't think anything will change when it comes to quality until the characters go public domain. For the comics or the movies.
What
So
is
right now,
gonna
like that's
change
kind of the.
if they call
Sorry,
if
what?
they? I mean, if they are public domain, people are just gonna do whatever they want for them, and
Yeah.
oh, hell's gonna break loose. I don't see how that's gonna help a lot.
Let's not forget. Yeah, just people will do anything with them.
Anything.
Just like some authors of comic books that when you give them the keys to the character and they literally do whatever fan fiction they want, like the one with Superman that he was aped. You know, we have a video about that. So fans could do the same thing. Don't
Yeah,
forget,
fans can do the same thing. They turn Winnie the Pooh into a
not,
horror
not
movie.
not every fan is a good filmmaker just because it's a fan. It's again, you have to know the character and you have to have a great vision about it.
How to bring it to screen is
just-
totally different
yeah.
animal.
I mean, I would never want to see a Winnie the Pooh as a horror, or they made with Popeye, just one version of Popeye that is actually in the public domain because the other is not, and whatever. The Max Fleischer cartoon with Superman is for years
For years.
in the public domain. Nobody did anything because they don't know how to.
Yeah.
It's still Superman. Yeah, you have to do it. You can say Superman and some of the names. Everyone who is in the cartoon, you can actually use. Perry White is there, so you can use him. You can't use, for example, Jimmy Olsen. He's not there. But you need to do the aesthetic of the 40s, and for him to have the same suit and for him to have the same set of powers. You have to do it like in the cartoon. Nobody has done anything for that.
Yeah, so that's not a
So,
solution.
so that's not a solution. Yeah.
Okay, continue, Tsunami.
Sub-Zero 47 PL, welcome.
Hey, welcome.
I really would like it. Will work out, but won't get my hopes up until anything is officially confirmed and set in stone. True. Vic
Yeah.
Martino says, I don't mind the DC superhero characters being older. Not a big deal if the actors are in shape but still look good or somewhat good. How long that's... So I guess for my, like, why I was saying it, how long is that going to last for? 1, maybe 2 movies? So they need to be looking towards the future, or else the superhero genre is going to essentially die because public interest isn't going to be there. Start fresh, pick a fucking whole new crew of people, and now you're looking at 20 plus years if you do it correctly.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see something like Kingdom Come, let's say, with those characters, but that again could be a one-time event.
Yeah,
with the
Kingdom
other
Come
characters, yeah.
requires older people.
Requires older people.
So that's
I
a
would
one
watch
scenario.
a Batman Beyond movie with, let's say, if we get Michael Keaton as the old Bruce Wayne or something like
Actually, Ben Affleck looks so
that. Ben
old
Affleck
now
now can do it too.
that
Actually,
he actually
so-
can do
yeah,
it. Yeah, we saw him at F1.
I would see that. Yeah.
Something that he did for F1, which is also on this site, and he looked very old. I'm like,
Yeah,
what is
but really,
happening?
that could be one time thing. Yeah, we can't have. I also don't enjoy when they're older for many movies. Really.
Of
So
course
yeah, just
not, yeah.
finish the vision as we said,
And then continue from there.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, let's see a few more comments and then we gotta move on.
Sure. Just over on the Gamer channel, you got Disgusting, Truth,
Hey,
and Mike
Disgusting.
dropped. What's up,
Hey,
guys?
Hail,
Or
guys.
over here on the Superhero channel if you guys want to jump or whatever.
Vic
Okay, Vic
Martino.
Martino has a question. Wasn't Zack going to make Superman bad again and then back to good eventually, but he was already kind of bad when they brought him back to life?
No, he wasn't bad. He was
Well, he was confused.
He was confused and dead.
Mostly, and then, yeah.
Because that is explored even in other comic books with the Lazarus Pit. When you bring somebody from the dead, they're not
Yeah,
themselves
they're
for
not
quite a bit,
themselves for a
and
while.
that is actually logical. So no, I mean he's not. He's not
Essentially,
bad.
the way
He was frustrated. He was
Yeah.
hurt because he was dead, and Batman had a hand in that, and he was very hurt.
Yeah.
But he fixed himself very
So
quickly.
he forgot some things.
Yeah, he fixed himself.
Renovating.
Yeah.
You hear the sound. Essentially,
Vic
they
is
made
also
kind of like the
confused.
Lazarus Pit.
What?
Go to now.
Vic is also confused. Zack is with Marvel now or going to Marvel? But what
No.
about him returning to DC? This is all purely pure speculation. We'll all have to wait and see what happens.
Well, when you read the article, and we did read the article, there's a lot of merit to it, but this is a possibility that could happen, and it did say something about that the source was leaning to that.
Yeah,
and
not that
this is-
he's going back to, not that he's going
Not
to
going to
Marvel,
Marvel.
but that they're
It's
They
going
just-
to
want to do a
do.
project with Marvel.
Yes,
with
with
Marvel, yeah,
Marvel.
they're talking about collaborations, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely you can also go to comic book news. Sorry, cosmic.
Cosmic
I
Book
always
News,
say comic. Cosmic book news. They have a good track record in bringing truth forward, I guess. So hopefully this is true, because again, this is gonna be amazing. Now we do have to move on to the next topic, guys, because we are pressed with the time and we have a lot of news to cover. Okay, so next topic. Let me see what I should pick here. Hold on. Oh yes. Okay. So, did Zack Snyder just confirm Snyderverse return? Oh boy, let's read Tsunami.
Okay. Has Zack Snyder confirmed the return of the Snyderverse? Fans have now spotted that Zack Snyder himself liked an Instagram post using the same information reported about the Snyderverse being restored. Update. Note, we haven't been told it's returning as an animated project. The post shared by the account Press Play Mex features the Justice League team alongside text claiming the Snyderverse is returning. The like from Snyder has instantly kicked off another wave of speculation that the director is quietly signaling what's coming. It also follows Snyder liking other posts, including one calling out James Gunn's Superman box office collapse.
Yes.
Instagram post echoes our report, and Snyder liked it. The Instagram user posted the information only after our article went live detailing what insiders told us. That the Snyderverse is coming back with Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, Ray Fisher, and possibly Ben Affleck. The timing is not lost on fans. Snyder liking the post is the most public nod he has made so far towards the claims, and it lines up perfectly with the streak of DCEU images he's been dropping the past couple of months. Saudis back Snyder's DC return to rival Marvel. As we've been reporting, Snyder's return is not just a creative decision. It's tied to the Saudi-backed bids for Warner Brothers Discovery. Our insiders told us the Saudis want a massive Snyderverse-level event designed to rival Marvel and the Avengers movies. Their goal is a DC franchise with global event movie appeal, and Snyder is the filmmaker they want leading it. With Snyder continuing to release images of Cavill, Affleck, Momoa, Deathstroke, Joker, and Mira, it all fits the plan we've been told. The original cast returns to finish Snyder's story arc. Gone out after WBD sale, Snyderverse restoration planned. We've also reported repeatedly that James Gunn is out once the sale of WBD is finalized. Our insiders say Gunn pivoted away from his original DCU plan towards the Superman family saga because the writing was already on the wall. And Deadline recently confirmed exactly what we reported, that Gunn is shifting focus to the Superman family, and that an industry insider questioned Gunn's future at DC Studios outright. Gunn even questioned his own future at DC following a report. Snyder teasing characters, the Saudis pushing for his return, WBD sales looming, and now Snyder liking posts about the Snyderverse's comeback. The picture is becoming harder to ignore.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, indeed.
Great. So I don't think that Snyder will like this post if was not for. I mean, if there was not any
If
reason
there
for it.
was nothing behind it, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not James Gunn.
I would take responsibility if I was him, and only like it if this is true.
Yeah, he's not like a James
Yeah.
Gunn who goes on social media left and right and talk with fans and just spews lies and everything else about
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and comments.
He's
Like a
not. He's
child.
not open like that. I mean, not open. It's the word is something different. It's like being very in the public eye on purpose all the time. He's not like that. So for him to do this is very telling to me. It's just another good sign that this is entirely possible, and not only that, but it has a lot of truth to it.
Yeah, but you know, a guy on Twitter he told me that the universe, the Snyderverse is dead, so it must be true.
Yeah, well, there's so many people that hate it that they just repeat the same things over and over
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
and
People
that's
with
it.
bad taste because they want the Gunverse apparently.
Yeah, they think that Superman 2025 is like the pinnacle of movie
Jesus
making
Christ, yeah.
for some reason.
And they have the audacity to compare it with the Christopher Reeve one actually.
Yeah, well, that's a travesty. Don't
Yeah.
compare it to Christopher Reeve, please. I mean, I don't remember Christopher Reeve's movies to have horrible humor and childish juvenile
actually
style.
not. They're
anything.
dated, but they're still way better movies than.
Yeah, but
than
they're
that
not
one.
immature crap.
No.
All right. So, what do you think, Tsunami?
These guys already hated each other anyway, from what I understand, right?
Yeah.
So
Something
Zack
like
Snyder's definitely gloating right now, and it's exactly what I expected. Oh, Smash JT with the raid over on the Gamer Empress channel.
Woohoo! Smash!
Smash. Welcome.
Hey, welcome, welcome. Oh, that's so amazing. Welcome, B-Man. Welcome, Vani Games 5058. Smash, thank you so much for the raid. We're talking about Snyder. It's the comic book news time.
Yeah.
Basically,
Today
stream.
news today.
Yeah, it's Monday morning news. Morning my time. So we're talking about the return of the Snyderverse, which now looks very possible. Guys, there's actual reports that seem extremely genuine. So we're just discussing the second
Hey,
topic of the stream.
Hey, is here. Hi.
Oh.
Hi. I keep forgetting.
Aye, 6969.
Yes, I had to.
Yes.
Yes, smash rate. So thank you so much, guys, for joining the stream. And hopefully, if you're interested in comic book stuff, well, all the news today are about that and
Yes.
Warner Brothers being sold. And well, at least I didn't say Boner Brothers this time.
No, you didn't say it before. I heard it as a boner.
Oh, thank God I didn't say it actually.
Boner.
Okay.
Cheers, Smash.
Cheers, Smash.
Thank you.
Cheers, Smash.
Have a amazing stream. Thank you so much. Amazing sleeping. Sleeping stream.
Yes.
Sleeping
Go to sleep. Sleeping stream. Yeah, I mean that's an idea. That's an
Sleeping
idea,
stream?
you
No,
know.
it's not an idea. You just go to sleep, have great dreams.
The Emperor said so.
Yes, I said so.
That's it.
That's it. I declared. Okay.
I declare.
I declared. Okay, stream in my sleep. Yeah.
Stream in my sleep.
Yeah, Smash.
Yeah, you
That-
could do that too.
That's how I am as well. I feel ya. Have a good night. Have a good.
Have a good night, Smash.
night. Thank you so.
Thank you.
You're getting the one suit, of course. Hey, look at that. I still have definition through the
Yeah.
shirt.
Yeah,
That's cool.
indeed.
Okay, so Tsunami, you can read some of the chat if there's anything that's related to the topic, and we can move on to the next news, which is of course related to these news.
Vic Martinez says, I sure hope, on the superhero channel says, I sure hope Zach comes back and completes his vision. And they were done with Gun for good.
Oh yeah.
And
I mean,
over on the Gamer channel,
mhm.
Truth says Christopher Reeve Superman will always be the best. Agreed.
Even if Zack doesn't return, I just want Gun to go away.
Yeah.
That would be a big win at first. So, and really, if Trump supports Paramount and everything else, Gunn has no chance with his essentially propaganda.
Yeah,
That's what he's doing.
we do have propaganda in all of his things that he does all the time.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right, let's move on to the next topic, and we're going to talk about Paramount, and I have some interesting insight from Grace Randall.
Oh, just Venom had an interesting comment there.
Okay, all right.
I just want to see it. Yeah. But honestly, at this point, what I would like to see is DC getting licensed to a Japanese studio and having a 1200 plus episode anime. I lost my faith in the Western entertainment industry. Now, actually, a Venom, they have anime with the DC characters. Believe me, it sucks. You don't want this to happen. Those characters don't translate well into anime. I mean, Marvel did it with Wolverine anime, Iron Man anime, which that kind of worked. They had the Punisher and Black Widow animated movie with anime style. They did something what's called Avengers Disc Wars, which was like Pokemon but with Avengers. What was it? DC did this Ninja Batman, the two movies, which I haven't seen the second one. The first one was horrendous. And what was there? Oh yeah, and they did the Suicide Squad Isekai anime or something like that. I mean, the art looks great in all of these, but just the story is all over the place, really. It's just they're licensing the hero and say now do something with it. They didn't let him them do a great story. It's not going to be a Dragon Ball with those guys. Really, just it doesn't work. Those should stay wherever they are. They do some mangas with them, which again, eh,
Eh.
yeah.
Okay, so
So yeah,
quick note, guys. Over on the gaming stream, if you like to support us, monetize this superhero channel that we are also on, you can click on the link and watch the stream there. If you like to support in general with super chat, you just do that on the gaming channel. Because that's the only channel that's monetized from those two. But thank you so much in any case. Okay, let's move on to the next topic, which is not this, which is this. Paramount said to be winning WBD bid thanks to Trump. Now, before we read this, my insight from Grace Randolph. So, Grace Randolph, guys, she does deliver the news. A lot of the time, she just puts her own input, of course, her own opinion. Of course, she is entitled to do that. I'm not saying that she isn't. The thing is that, of course, she's leaning on the left, so she interjects a lot of the leftist stuff when it comes to her opinion. But she is good when she delivers like pure facts and stats and stuff like that. So she said, she did a stream last week and she explained what is the difference between the Paramount wanting to buy Warner Brothers, Universal, and Netflix. The biggest difference, to sum everything up, is that Paramount wants to buy every aspect of Warner Brothers, including Discovery. They want to buy everything, the streaming services, Discovery, whatever it is, name it, the lot that's very famous, the Warner Brothers lot, everything. And they have, of course, the Saudi money to back them up, and they can pay cash like 80%. And David Zaslav is going to walk out with like 500 million if this happens, as far as she explained. Poor guy, so sad that he's going to be so filthy rich. Anyway, second, the deal with Universal is different. They only want the streaming service, and Warner Brothers is a movie studio. And that's not very good, because then for Warner Brothers, they have to find who's gonna buy the other parts of it. Yeah. And that sucks monkey balls. So they're not a very good contestant variant.
Option.
For this. And the third option, of course, Netflix, they want to pay in stocks, which is very weird. That's what we gathered from what she said. So if I was Warner Brothers, I would totally just give myself completely to Paramount and say, take me all in, whatever, take me. Because this is the best deal possible that they can imagine. So now let's read the article. And yes, they are connected to Trump because he likes the Allison family, who now owns Paramount. So let's see what this article has to say. Toonami, please go ahead.
All right. The Warner Brothers Discovery bidding war has entered a critical phase, and according to the New York Post, Paramount Skydance is in the lead. Reportedly, it's not because they offered the most money; it's because they're the only bidder willing to buy all of WBD, including CNN.
Oh.
Trump, the wild card. While Comcast and Netflix submitted bids, various outlets have reported that Netflix was never really serious, and that Comcast reportedly only wants parts of the company. The New York Post says that Paramount, run by David Ellison and backed by his billionaire father, is going all in, and that includes keeping CNN. The move is reportedly pleasing to Donald Trump, who wants the news network neutralized for its years of anti-MAGA coverage. Variety has also recently confirmed our own report on how Paramount is going MAGA. Trump sees Ellison, a known political ally, as the perfect person to steer CNN away from its current editorial direction. The Ellisons have already hired Barry Weiss to lead CBS News, with a mandate to curb left-leaning bias. Reports have said if they land WBD, she could also take over CNN. My God, with all the pictures.
Yeah.
Regulatory advantage gives Paramount an edge. Regulatory scrutiny is the wild card in any media merger, and this is where Paramount Skydance could clinch it. With Comcast facing backlash over MSNBC, reportedly, Trump hates Comcast CEO Brian Roberts, and Netflix battling antitrust concerns as the #1 streamer, Trump's DOJ could make life difficult for both. Sources for the Post say the Ellisons could receive white glove treatment and rapid approval within 6 months. Comcast and Netflix, on the other hand, are looking at drawn-out legal battles and political opposition that could last years. Paramount's lower bid might be enough. Warner Brother Discovery CEO David Zaslav has said he wants a bid that starts with a 3, meaning $30 a share or $70 billion. Paramount Skynet's current bid is reportedly $27 a share, but the board may take the easier regulatory path rather than wait 2 years for Comcast or Netflix to clear hurdles. With the deadline for bids now passed and first-round offers in, all signs point to Paramount Skydance emerging as the frontrunner in a deal that could reshape Hollywood. What about the Saudis? Regarding the Saudis, while Paramount recently shot down claims they have the backing of the Saudis, numerous reports have suggested Paramount may be bringing in the Saudis during negotiations, not before. Something I've said as well.
And these are some posts, I guess, on Twitter. Paramount didn't specifically state the Saudis are not involved. Update with comment with Paramount Skydance. Paramount Skydance denies that the Warner Bros. Discovery bid involves Arab sovereign wealth funds. Paramount can say they are not connected to the Saudis now, but then bring them in during the negotiations. That's what could be in play. Okay, all right.
Okay.
So, well, I mean, I think that Paramount's gonna win. I really hope so.
I really hope so. Yeah.
It's just because this looks
That's,
the best, more based possible outcome that we can hope for, since Netflix and Universal CEOs both are leaning to the left, and who the heck wants that? And this could really change Hollywood and to fix the overall narrative with the woke stuff and just remove all of that. And I mean, at least what Paramount and Warner Brothers are concerned, there's many IPs there in both
Exactly.
companies. They have one of the best, one of the biggest, one of the most iconic. If all of those turn to based, at least we're gonna have that. I mean,
Hey, we can always have Ethan Hunt with Batman. So
Ethan Hunt with Batman.
yeah. You know the Mission Impossible.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gotta be
Tom
funny.
Cruise can do things with work together with Batman.
Yeah,
So Ethan Hunt and Batman. Here
that's
we go.
gonna be hilarious.
It's
Actually,
Mission Batman, Impossible Batman.
Impossible Batman. Okay, we just made that up. Tsunami, yeah, let us know what you think before we get to the chat if there's anything.
I don't know. It's all really speculative right now to see what direction it's going. Obviously, I agree with you guys that having someone that's not completely insane. Once there's one thing about leftism, it seems to like all the rest of the trolls come out and they're going to push for all the same kind of bullshit we've been getting. So hopefully these people want to make some fucking money again and like actually provide good content.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people want Netflix just because they remember that they worked with Zack, but
Like what for one or
not
two things?
for one or two things. So that doesn't mean that he'll have to deal with them. I think that Paramount is really the better choice, just because they haven't done something exactly woke, as far as I can.
I don't remember.
Right? No, I mean,
Fast and the Furious was theirs, right?
wasn't it Universal or
Oh.
Paramount? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not
Yeah,
sure,
I'm kind of
actually.
mistaken the two.
Kind of. Thank you, Yastu. He says congratulations for 600 plus. subs.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
So I also, out of the three companies that we can choose, I really think that Paramount is the best choice for that, especially
Oh, it's the
if
best, yeah.
Trump likes the guys who now own it. I think that should say enough. I don't think that he will actually agree to what happens to those characters that we have, and I think that he will want them to be represented good, just like when Zack posted the photo for Veterans Day with the best
Yeah.
Superman photo that we actually could have for that one. So yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You can read some comments if you will.
It's really just one from before. I'm sorry. Vic Martino just came up with extreme leftists are not good for the superhero genre because the left always sides with criminals. Kind of true.
Exactly.
And Mad Max over in the Gamer Empress chat. Snyderverse must return.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes, I agree.
That's
Yes,
what
Mad
we've been
Max.
talking about for a while.
Absolutely, we totally agree. Yeah, you have to rewind the stream later or watch the video that I'm gonna cut out from it. We totally explained how that could happen and what we think overall. Okay, so let's go to the next topic, guys. So now we have Zack Snyder drops new Ben Affleck image. One of my favorite photos, he says, and this is, well,
Well, it's Batman.
it's bad.
I
He's
mean,
kind of covered in stuff. I mean, kind of like in some kind of a dust, sand, whatever. It looks freaking great. It's so manly. It's so okay. I'm kind of drifting off and not
Clearly, you
gooning, but
gooner.
admiring. Admiring. So
Admiring,
read it. Read it.
Zack Snyder has released yet another image of Ben Affleck as Batman, continuing the steady stream of DC-related teases he's been posting all week. This time, Snyder shared a moody close-up shot of Affleck in the cowl, writing, "One of my favorite photos of Batman by my friend Clay Enos." The photo was taken by Clay Enos, Snyder's longtime collaborator and the photographer behind some of the most iconic images from the Snyderverse era.
Yes.
More Batman teases fuel Snyderverse talk. That was a weird statement. Anyway, this latest post adds even more fuel to the growing belief that Snyder is building towards something. Over the past couple of months, Snyder has released images of Affleck's Batman, Henry Cavill's Superman, Jason Momoa's Aquaman, Amber Heard's Mira, Joe
Manganiello.
Manganiello's Deathstroke, and Jared Leto's Joker, all tied to his DCU storyline. Fans have pointed out that Snyder isn't posting random archive shots. He's posting a coordinated series of DCEU era characters, one after another at the exact same time, or at the exact time. Industry insiders are openly speculating about DC's future and the WBD sale. Snyder's timing continues to raise eyebrows. The timing isn't subtle, with talk of the Saudis backing a revived Snyderverse under Paramount or Comcast, Deadline confirming Gunn has pivoted away from his DCU plan, and Snyder likely posts about the Snyderverse being restored. These images feel increasingly deliberate. And now Snyder spotlights Affleck again, the actor at the center of fan speculation about returning as Batman if Snyder's storyline resumes. We've been told Henry Cavill will be back along with Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, and Ray Fisher. That Ezra Miller is doubtful and Affleck could be returned or possibly could be returning. Affleck was just teamed with F1 on a new documentary and was spotted in Vegas, where the official F1 Vegas social media accounts teased Affleck in a Batman moment.
All right.
And Darkhold.
Okay. Okay. So this is just one of those amazing cool images.
Yeah, that when you see, you know who is the character, although he's not him sitting on a chair putting his boot on.
Oh,
but you
no,
still know
no.
who is the character.
Oh yes, we cannot live without seeing a superhero putting on his boot.
Yeah,
Well, that's the stupidity of James Gunn.
yeah.
Okay, so what we see here is just amazing photography. I guess we now know the name of the guy who took all of those photos, Clay Enos, and he is a visionary. This guy.
Yeah,
All the pictures are
absolutely.
impactful and meaningful in every single way because they really show a moment in time captured. You can basically see how feel what he's feeling in this picture. Even it's so amazing. He's
Yeah,
just so
you-
he's brooding.
and you know exactly who the character is. You can recognize it. You can recognize the moment that is being shown. It's as I said before, it's like a comic book came to life
Yeah, comic book came
Yeah,
to life like all the
exactly.
way, all the way.
all the way.
And Zach talks with such love
Mhm.
about everything that he posts.
Yeah, it's all the shots were really respectful to the characters. Actually, it's not again him putting a boot on or looking horribly beaten down in the snow or stupid things like that. I mean,
Yeah.
here you just get the photo and you have a great photo of a character. You don't need to do anything to the photo. I mean, some people added colors to the black and white. That's okay, but with the other Superman, fans had to literally draw muscles to that shit so that it looks okay. I saw many things that
Yeah.
people do in Photoshop so that it looks kind of okay. Even artists who drew Superman in that costume again try to make muscles and just to make the costume look better. I heard that supposedly for Man of Tomorrow, if that movie actually happens, I hope it doesn't, that the same person who was the designer of the suit from the first movie is again in contract for that movie, and I say horrible costumes will come again.
Yes,
So, yes.
they will
Yeah.
come again. Horrible. Okay, do you have any thoughts, Tsunami?
No, I don't really have any personal
Okay,
thoughts about this
Tsunami.
particular topic.
Batman
same
with
stuff.
long ears or shorter ears?
Ah, here you go. Here you go.
I think that not as short as they are, maybe a little bit bigger, but nothing more than that. Just from a tactical perspective, obviously.
Yeah, middle.
Yeah,
how
the
do you say?
super big would just like make no sense for him to do all
Yeah,
that
super big
gymnastics
like
and
in the
shit like that.
90s where he looks like a vampire.
Yes.
No, yeah.
He's gonna hit a lot of ceilings
Ceiling, yeah.
and other things, columns, whatever.
I actually don't mind the
Right.
shorter years too. you know,
I mean, I
so-
don't mind the shorter. I just prefer middle,
Middle.
like a bit
Yes.
longer, just a bit, tiny
Yeah,
bit.
exactly.
It's more aesthetic for me. It's a bit more aesthetic and a bit more menacing.
Yeah.
If they're a bit higher, but not like as long as the anime would do them, which is
No,
so ridiculous
I mean,
and
only
unpractical.
Jim Lee draws good shorter years actually, and that's kind of again where this was inspired from. You know, a
If
lot
they
of
did
people say
slightly
that.
bigger,
Hmm?
if they did slightly bigger, but he used it like a weapon, like headbutting someone, and they actually got cut from it, then there would be like, oh, there is a purpose to these things being a little bit longer. I don't really care about the aesthetic one way or the other.
But can you imagine trying to hit or cut someone with your head? How
Yes, yes.
horrible for the neck and everything. You're just gonna create like this horrible situation for yourself. Ugh.
Well, the only problem with a bit longer is that actually it can happen what happened in Batman Returns, where the guy grabbed him by the ears and did this. You know.
Ah,
So yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
it.
a
But if you
problem.
make them actually something like sharp, so that they can't grab them, who knows? But then again, we go to brand new territory
Well,
there,
if an enemy falls
know.
on his head, that could kill
right?
him.
That could kill him.
That's just another funny conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, you can read the chat.
All right. Yasto says, Gooner Empress, indeed. Verdulum says, he has the Giga Chad chin in that picture, or the handsome Squidward chin.
Oh
Nice.
yes, yes.
Vic says, supposedly Zach wants to do the Dark Knight Returns, and Affleck would really make a good Batman for that story index.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
He can do a lot better than that,
he
but
can do a lot
otherwise,
better,
yes,
yeah,
of course.
And then over on the Gamer channel, we've got Truth says, back in the 2000s, both people who made movies never made too much of a big deal of the politics they leaned to. Yeah, it was more subtle back then.
Yeah.
And he says, long years they can work as a radio antenna. Interesting.
Well, maybe that's how he has actually, a radio inside his ear. You know.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, I think Zach does want to make that, Dark Knight Returns, but he also wants to
Well,
finish
I
his
mean,
universe. So why not both? I mean, I don't.
he
I
said
don't
that
mind.
before having the chances of restoring the Snyderverse. Actually,
Also.
he said that the only way to return is if he does Dark Knight Returns.
That's just totally different.
But this you can do as a separate project. You know, just finish the vision and then do a separate project like the Dark Knight Returns. I mean, why not?
Mm-hmm. And Avernum says something. Lastly, before I move on, the problem with all older actors for the role is that even if we are okay with them, their knees are not ready for the role anymore. Yeah, sometimes for
Yeah,
sure.
it depends again how old.
Still
I mean,
depends. Yeah.
for sure, I don't want to see another movie with the older Michael Keaton. What we get in the Flash was okay.
And plus, what does Ben Affleck has to do that is that tasking? I mean, a lot of that is CGI, and when he
Anyway,
fights,
it's not him anyway.
It's not him anyway. It's like a younger guy that just throws people around. So
He just needs to look good.
he just needs to stand there and be awesome.
Yeah.
And get into shape again.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Thank you, Vic.
Tell us what you think in the comments. The guy reading the comments has a really good sounding voice. Yes.
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 We have only
Thank
the
you.
best people here, Vic. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Also adorable.
And then over in the Gamer channel, Truth says probably that's how it works in the Arkhamverse. Yeah. If they were gonna restart, for God's sakes, I hope they don't, another Batman origin story, and they wanted to give explanations to why the suit looks a certain way, that's all I was really leaning towards. At this point in time, can we just have established fucking Batman be a fucking detective? That's all I really want, and like fight people. That's really like all I need right now.
Yes,
Yeah,
fight
exactly.
people
He's
and
detective.
detect
He fights
detect
people.
things.
Hail
Yes.
Clinton.
Hail, dear Titan.
Hey, Clayton.
Awesome. Okay, guys, we gotta move on. So tell us what you think in the comments. Always.
Okay.
Woohoo!
And next spot.
Next.
Which one next?
Next, it's Zack Snyder celebrates 400
400.
400k followers with new Henry Cavill Superman image. And this is pretty awesome. This is from Man of Steel. So we have to talk about the image anyways. So here it is. So first of all, the image is, well, amazing as always. Probably the same photographer that took the other pictures. Looks impactful. And keep in mind, guys, Zach had years and years to post these pictures, but he never did.
He never did.
So that
yeah.
is another positive sign that what is happening now, it's for the reasons that we are thinking, that the Snyderverse could definitely return. So yeah, this is just what I wanted to say. Now, Tsunami, you can read.
All right. Zack Snyder has posted a new black and white image of Henry Cavill as Superman to celebrate hitting 400,000 followers on Instagram. Snyder shared the shot with the caption, "Thanks to everyone for 400,000 followers, shot on my iPhone."
Oh, we just an iPhone image. Okay. Well, it's beautiful.
The image also happens to feature the music from the Man of Steel score by Hans Zimmer. Sent here for a reason.
Oh,
It's another
Nice.
image from the DCU that he has been releasing the past couple of months, and it continues the momentum fans have been tracking as speculation builds around about Snyder's possible return. Another DCU tease from Snyder. The photo shows Cavill standing in a cracked, destroyed street. What also is interesting is that Zack said he shot it on his iPhone. So since the image is from Man of Steel, that means an iPhone from around 2011. The image also follows his teasers of Ben Affleck as Batman, Jason Momoa as Aquaman, Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke, Jared Leto's Joker, and Amber Heard as Mira. Each image feels like part of a coordinated rollout, and Snyder choosing Cavill Superman as a celebration post only adds more heat on the ongoing conversation. Snyder's posts continue to fuel Snyderverse speculation. Fans are already pointing out that the timing is suspicious, given everything happening around the WBD sale, the industry chatter about DC's future, and Snyder's recent streak of character reveals. Deadline even recently confirmed what we've been saying all along, that Gunn has pivoted away from the greater DCU to the Superman family, and questions Gunn's future at DC. Whether intentional or not, Snyder keeps reminding everyone exactly who his Justice League is, and Cavill's Superman sitting at the center of it all sends a very clear message. The end.
yes.
Yeah. And they even have a poll. Who is the best DC sidekick?
Yeah, I also just noticed this. We passed it like 500 times
Yeah,
before
right.
that. Robin, Speedy, Kid Flash, Aqualad?
Robin, of course.
Of
No.
course, Robin, yes.
Word.
Yeah.
Aqualad, what?
Don't you know about Aqualad?
No,
You know, Aqualad is the sidekick of Aquaman.
never heard of that in my
Aqualad.
whole life.
Yeah.
This is so weird. Aqualad.
Yeah, because he's a lad.
And
That is
he's
an
aqua.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay, this is
That-
so funny.
And isn't it a great name for the score that accompanies the photo sent here for a reason, and the reason not being to open up a harem,
Yeah.
right? So
No, not.
yeah.
Also, this means that, to me, this means that Zack Snyder wants to tell us that this picture is posted for a reason.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, yeah, sent here for a reason, yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's sending the picture
For a reason.
for a reason. It's
Yes.
not just to have a fun time with his old
And
pictures.
again, a photo that shows a great Superman, and again, it looks like something that comes out of a comic book. Really, I don't know how Gunn couldn't make photos like that. I just really
He
that
can't. How do you mean how? He's stupid.
well,
He, can,
you know,
he can't make it
vision.
because his wife's not
No.
making out with another man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's perfect.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what is here actually? It really looks as if Zack not only opened up a comic book to actually see how they position the characters, but he actually knows how to visualize the things. You know,
Absolutely.
I'm sure that James Gunn didn't even make a storyboard for his stuff.
Didn't even bother.
Didn't even bother.
Okay, we can read the comments, and of course, Tsunami, let us know what you think first.
No, I think it's a great photo. It's telling that they didn't release it up until now. This little hype thing that he's doing it's actually really effective, and I'm sure he's just having a shit ton of fun. Basically talking shit right to fucking James Gunn's face, who is losing horribly right now.
Yeah,
So pretty fun.
As he deserves.
exactly. But really, why didn't he release them before? That's a good question.
Exactly, because there's a reason.
Unknown. I guess like in the end, I really want justice for Henry Cavill more than anything else.
Yeah, totally. That's because
What
he's
a
a great
shitty
guy.
thing they did where they announced him like at the end of Black Adam,
Mm,
and then out of nowhere they're like, "Oh, by the way, you're fired."
yeah.
So that shit was so fucked up. Anyways, Averno says, "I really do hope they never adapt the Ultimate Batman with the commie with the commie bat and the bat axe." Holy
And
shit!
the absolute Batman, they won't. That's not an iconic Batman that deserves any adaptation. They might do like an animated or something, but no, I mean, some people like the story, which is weird. But stuff like that we hadn't before. This is just another universe that now it's a new vision for younger readers. Jesus Christ, for younger readers.
It has nothing to do with Batman, actually.
But it
It's
has
totally
nothing to do
different
with Batman.
story.
This is, and it reminds me of when Stan Lee actually used to work for DC for a while, and he had his own series called Just Imagine, and it was all these DC characters in his vision, and he made like a Batman was I don't know, I think it was called Wayne or something like that. You know, with the two names have to start with the same letter. That's Stanley, and
Oh,
he was
God.
like a boxer or something like that. And I say, Jesus Christ, these are fun to read as a one-note thingy, but to adapt it in any case, no,
That sounds like
no,
Daredevil's father.
something like that. Yeah,
No.
you know, and
God,
Superman
no.
was like a police officer on his planet that he comes to Earth. He had powers because of a harness, something like that. No.
That's totally different, like totally different
But
characters,
that's what the idea.
basically.
He said, just imagine if they
No.
look. It was essentially what if, but just imagine.
Yes,
Yeah.
I just don't see the point because then
No.
we lose everything
Yeah.
that we love
I
about these
mean, you
characters,
don't need it.
and we see totally different version of something that resembles that original character. Like, just make original stuff, for
Yeah,
goodness sakes.
exactly.
I don't get
I
it.
mean, if you want a guy who has heal and emblem that turns into axe, okay, make an original character.
Yeah, that's a great idea for a separate character.
Yeah,
Definitely
exactly.
not Batman.
Just
No.
don't call him Axeman. I don't know, something like that.
Axeman.
Yeah. The great
Beware.
axe. Beware of the Axeman.
Beware.
Yes.
So yeah, Tsunami, finishing words if you have.
No, I was just going to finish up with a little bit of chat. That Jared Leto's Joker doesn't sit well with me, but then again, nobody will live up to Heath Ledger's Joker, says Avernuum. Continues with, he's releasing it now to hijack the DCU topic from Gunn, and he's doing a good job. Yeah, I messed up. It's all good. Yeah, no, it's pretty fucking great. And over on the Gamer Rumpus channel, Clinton looks like he has to leave, but these images are epic indeed. Pays respect to the real Superman. Have a good work shift or whatever, Clinton.
Thank
then
you.
Truth
Yes,
says,
have a good one.
Aqualad is gay. Truth Justice confirmed in Young Justice. Apparently, Aqualad is
Aqualad is in the
a gay man.
is in the
With that name,
cartoon
We didn't see that one
Young
happening.
Justice, but that's a different version that they created specifically for the show, who was black, but he was actually doing great in that show. Originally, he's white in the comic book. There are different people who become Aqualad, just like Robin. So you know, we have
So
all of them.
annoying.
Yes, sidekicks.
Sidekicks.
As they say in the tick, okay, just
Kick
kick
him
him
to
to
the
the side.
side.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey,
You remember that?
all right, guys. So it's time to move on, but of course, text us in the comments of the stream. What do you think now?
We can do a great segue. Move a bit. A great segue. The fact that we would have an epic
there it is.
Warhammer series starting Henry still bums me out. A great segue.
A great segue, truth. Because we're going to talk about exactly that. Now, let me just bring it on screen. Just hold on. I have a scoop. If you haven't seen. So I'm gonna remove that, and we're gonna actually move on to Warhammer 40k. Here it is. Okay, guys. So here's what happened. This is from Chainsword 40k, but originally, as you can see here, I was the source of the scoop for once, finally. So what happened? Well, I started this new book called Archmagos 40k Warhammer novel by Guy Haley that just came out. I started in an audiobook form, and at the beginning of the book, we hear this passage, which was like, what the heck is happening? It was about pronouns. I mean, it was about the the Adeptus Mechanicus, whatever, and the conversation lean into how one of these guys is, well, a man, but he removed all of that from himself, all of those parts
Whatever
and
that
pronouns.
means,
So let's read this. I also have it from the book. So Chainsword, of course, says, yeah, he just forgot to write me in the beginning to give me credit, so he had to do this repost thing. So, yeah, information was brought to my attention by 40K Empress. So, in Guy Haley's novel Archmagos, there's a passage that reads like a pronoun exposition. I know it's about the Adeptus Mechanicus, but in the current political climate, I can't help but read it as a lecture. And this is very well put, actually. So, you see this here. I'm just gonna play it. I mean, it's just better to play it.
Oh, we have it. Okay.
Yeah, we have it.
have a clip.
We have a clip. I sent this to Tsunami actually a few days ago. So let me see where it was. And it should play on stream as well. Aha. Here it is. I'm actually gonna download it.
Any offer would be unwelcome right now. She fought the urge to climb back into bed and
Okay,
pulled the
hold on.
covers over her head.
Hopefully you can hear it.
Yeah, that was how it sounds.
And I'm playing it. Hold on.
Any offer would be unwelcome right now. She fought the urge to clamber back into bed and pull the coverlet over her head. Instead, she decided to dress and began to unlace her nightshirt. It was a little strange having Eremenitus there, but there was no chance of impropriety. Eremenitus wasn't a man anymore. He'd carved away all those parts of himself so as to better be able to think. For many Martians, sexuality was an unwelcome distraction. She only used the masculine pronoun in Gothic to avoid confusion. Gender was a matter for more biological beings than they. I didn't know you were a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the problem? If you know Warhammer lore, you'll know that the Adeptus Mechanicus are doing such things. They're cut their parts, whatever. They don't like human stuff on them. They don't like the biological factor. They just worship the machine. The machine is everything to them, and the flesh is weak. So it's normal for this to happen. When it comes to the Adeptus Mechanicus, they're all about the technology, not about being a biological human or whatever. The problem is how those, how this is the whole thing.
How everything is worth it.
How everything is worth it, because nobody remembers in previous years before the books, some of the books became woke, not the whole books, but some of the elements, some of the stories, some of the characters, they start to interject such modern wording, and before that we didn't have that. So even though if they talked about how the Adeptus Mechanicus cut off their parts because they don't like them and all of that, they didn't use the pronouns things, the gender. They can say, you know, sex of anyone.
Yeah, they wouldn't say she was using the pronouns he just because, you know.
Yeah.
None of that. I listened to all the Ragnar Blackmane books, the series by Tom King. Nothing was like that there.
Yeah.
Nothing. You know, none of that. They didn't say, now when he became an authority, he decided not to be here or something. No. And it's the same in that, was it Mike Brooks' book about the orcs? I think it was his.
Not sure.
Yeah, but
I mean, that
it
was a long time ago.
It was the same thing, and yes, sure, it's just a moment. Maybe there is nothing else in the book later on, but it's
Isn't it William King?
unnecessary.
What, Tsunami?
Isn't it William King? I'm trying to think now. Tom
William King,
Is
yes,
that-
sorry, yeah, William King. With
Oh,
the
no,
space
I'm
whatsoever.
sorry. I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, don't worry. So yeah, it was the same thing with the orcs, and here is highly unnecessary because he doesn't have the story. I mean, if you're a Warhammer fan, you know that he doesn't care that she's dressing now because he's more of a machine.
Yeah.
So you don't have to address it. If you're a newcomer, you get it. You get the idea. So you're never going to think, well, man, why is she undressing in front of him? You know.
I
No,
mean,
you know who they are.
The fact is that they, I mean, Guy Haley created the scenes so that he can give
So
us
that
this
he can-
lecture
exactly,
to
yeah,
begin with. Why do we
exactly.
need such a filler?
Why do we need that
What-
figure? How she decided to undress or whatever? Oh, What?
What do we
Who
care?
cares? Yes.
Like, Jesus. Unless you want to make a huge fuss about the
Well,
fact that a woman is undressing in front
he
of
needed
almost
exactly a
machine.
scene so that he sets the scene so that he can put his shit there.
Yeah.
Literally.
At the beginning
know.
of the book.
At the beginning of
This
the
is
book, exactly.
this is in the very beginning of the book, by the way.
Mhm.
And I also have comments. Let's see the comments. I made a
Oh,
post.
you also have the comments there.
Yeah, I
Nice.
also have a bit
Let's
of
address one of the
comments.
comments
Let's see
first.
the comments. I'm gonna try to put this on screen, by the way, so we can
Mm-hmm.
read it directly. Okay. Aha, here it is. Gotta remove the picture now. Yep. Okay, here's my post that I made on my community tab over my main channel. So yeah, yesterday evening I discovered this passage in the latest 40k book, Archmagos by Guy Haley. While I was just starting it in audio form, I tweeted Chainsword 40k immediately. It was a very big shock to hear such wording in 40k book, and right from the start of the book too, where in previous years before we had the woke modern expressions seeping through Warhammer 40k, we didn't hear any of this. Words like pronouns, gender, let me know what you think. To the very least, the explanation is needless, and it feels like a lecture, just a word salad for the less intelligent. And let's see the comment. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Tekwa says, that's Tekwa, it's exactly what it looks like. This guy, Mesh, says, heresy, perversions of reality, the warp and its taint, the god of perfection, the dark prince, emperor protects us. Yes, pretty much. This is done to destroy us. Well, actually, when you change how you see everything, eventually you're gonna take those things as absolutely normal and be brainwashed completely. So that could destroy society in many ways. So taking a look things from this point, yeah.
That's exactly to do that.
And this guy says, not the first time. Isn't there a book where they used neo pronouns for machine priest? Edit is the Imperator Raft of the Omnissiah, released 2018. Well, I haven't read that. I gotta check.
Or check it. Okay.
I gotta check what that is. But I said it's not about being the first time because I didn't imply that it was. I did cover other things with orcs and even a freaking how was that? So the orcs and the necrons, even the necrons in one book had this conversation, and it was extremely on the nose that one necron was now a she for some reason.
Oh boy!
I mean,
we always wanted.
Where are your parts? You are all metal. Huh?
I think Chainsword's comments were right on the nose. 2008 and 2025, when you're making these kinds of comments, you're up to something nowadays. Back then, it's like, okay, whatever, some like weird blurb in here from some weirdo. No, this is deliberately done, and it's trying to open Pandora's box for all the fucking freaks to come out and say that they're Martians now, and that LGBTQ or whatever was always part of the Warhammer universe.
Yeah.
Exactly. They'll say, just like they say with the X-Men, well, X-Men were always woke, and they'll say, they were always non-binary because they archived their parts and stuff like that.
There's always female custodies.
Yep.
No. So I wrote, it's not about being first time. I covered such instances before. The point is that this is getting too much on the nose at the beginning of the new novel already. Feels very unnatural. And fellow content creator Corna Gaines says this isn't Warhammer. Yes, I'm gonna like that. Oh, he also wrote.
No, he also
great.
wrote
This guy is great, by the way. He is a bodybuilder that does funny Warhammer videos, and he also talks about this issue. So yeah, you can visit him if you like. So I haven't actually read this. This has been happening since I was waking up. I guess new comments.
That's it.
So he says, I'm living Warhammer for a while. It's not what it used to be, and I just found out LARPing group in Queensland was sent. Because what cease and desist from GW due to the fact their warp was based on Warhammer Old World. GW is hurting their fans and now moving to Trench Crusade. Oh boy, well, not that Trench Crusade are based.
Also woke, yeah.
Yeah.
From what we saw here.
Oh, and he has comments. Okay, so interesting. So MT says, what would you say to someone like me, a 16-year-old who recently got 1,000 points of Space Marines? I don't want to leave this hobby. I just want the real world shit to stay away. Oh my gosh. What does it mean? 1,000 points of Space Marines.
I think he's playing the tabletop.
Yeah, but why 1,000 points?
I don't know.
Well, why is this word here? Okay, I have no idea. Well, Corn Against replies, I suggest play with what you have. Paint any piles of shame. Yeah, any gray piles of shame, yeah. And play at local club, but I think maybe lessen your purchasing from GW. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, just use whatever you have now.
Exactly.
Don't waste it.
And then the 3D printer goes better.
Goes better.
Yeah.
Yes, ODST says there's nothing to say. You can keep the real world language out of 40k, enjoy your army and have fun while you play. I don't think so. I think that if we are loud enough,
If we're allowed
we
enough,
can change it
keep
because
that,
because why this is there in the first place? Because some small percentage of people are loud enough, and we are more, but we're not loud enough as they are. That's the problem. We're just sitting on our asses doing nothing.
I just
most
think that
people, not us, of course.
it's there. It's nothing. But as Tsunami said, it's very deliberate, and it's in the beginning of the book.
Yeah, the very
because of that,
beginning.
there is an idea behind that.
Yeah, you can't ignore it now and say that it's nothing because we know the times that we are living in. We know what is happening right now, and you can't say that we used these words before. When did I ever hear the word pronouns?
Yeah.
Pronouns, your freaking pronouns.
I mean, they did it to freaking Transformers in Transformers Earth Park, as I said before, and it was again a lecture like that. Oh no, they are using the pronouns because Jesus Christ, no. So yeah.
And this guy MT replies, I don't have a pile of shame. I might get a box of Eliminator Space Marine snipers from a game store I got that does 10% off Warhammer on Saturdays. And Corngate says, exactly. I've been in that hobby since 6 years old, and pain to say it, but it's not the same in soul. Yeah, of course it's not. And the guy says, I'll try. It's a fun game. Played against Drukari, and those elves are fast and brutal. Well, okay, they're just geeking out.
Nice, at least it's a 16-year-old who actually has a brain.
Yeah.
And he found a great hobby.
And then we have a big, fat, controversial comment, but so now you can... You can say whatever you like now, and then we're gonna continue with the crazy comment.
No, I think I already said my piece. It's very insidious. I'll just catch up on some quick chats.
Okay.
Avernome says, yes, a non-binary member of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Who talks in binary? Big brain idea. So Hugo says, once Lanesh and Nurgle make a fusion dance. Indeed. Avernome says, it reads like a filler paragraph, has no real purpose in the story. Might as well get an Astartes to monologue about how he changed from a human to a superhuman for no reason. And then over in the Gamer channel, Truth says, are they trying to pussify the Adeptus similar to the Tau? He, crying, yeah, for real. And then he says, the minute you identify yourself with the fictional world, you absolutely turned full retard. Facts.
Yeah.
We're all caught up?
All right. So I want to say something before I forget. The fact that the character removed all of his parts doesn't mean that he's not a man anymore. So this is very redundant and stupid to begin with, this whole thing in the book. Because, yeah, of course, he's not a man. He's not a normal functioning human. He has a ton of augmentations, but his chromosomes and whatever biological part is left of him is always going to be male. And he's going to identify himself as a male unless he is psychologically challenged or something. So this to me doesn't mean that he's now an it or whatever. I still gonna identify him as someone that has a lot of augmentations. He's no longer human, like normal human, but he's definitely a human with a lot of augmentations who is also a man, no matter if he removed his parts or no.
I mean, does this mean that Robocop has to use pronouns now?
Say that he is an it, because the only thing that's left of him is his lungs or head or whatever version of Robocop.
Brains. Depending on the version. But yeah. Or
he's just a brain then.
He's just a brain. Or what about Unix? Unix still, after what they do to them, they're still
It's still man.
it's still a man. Yeah.
He's not a full
You know,
functioning man, but a man no less.
How was was it Varys? Varys,
Varys in
yes.
Game of
Well,
Thrones.
I never heard him say
I'm on it now.
yeah.
He's just a crippled guy in that department, but he's
Yeah.
still a guy.
Still a guy.
Jesus, like people reduce everything to gender and
Yeah.
sex and whatever. Like you cannot change your chromosomes, even if Robocop is only a brain. His brain is a male.
It's a male
brain.
yes.
Male brains form differently than female brains. There's differences. So it's still a male by all accounts. Like we totally forget about things. Like people also reduce races to just skin color.
Yeah,
That's not true at all. Skin color just one of the things that makes different human races different, but there's so many other things: the genes, the bone density, the muscle, even the muscle,
that too.
how muscle inserts on the bones, even that is different. The type of skeletal structure, the whole skull, all the features that are so different, all the features.
All the features. Yeah.
The whole body density, for example, of black people is much higher than those of white people or Asian people. There's so many differences, guys. It's not about only skin color, it's about other things. Even voices of black people are different than those of white people. Their hair is different. We don't have that hair. They have different hair. They don't have different eye color. They have only one eye color or whatever. They have only one type of hair, only one color of hair. We have many eye colors, many types of, colors of the hair. There's so many. And everybody like, oh, just the skin color, just the skin. No, it's not the skin color. Stop it with that. This has been, this is a totally different topic, obviously, but I'm just saying that people are forgetting about the details, and everything is in the details, the context. That's what matters. We cannot just reduce a man just to his pee-pee or testicles. That's stupid. It's ridiculous. It's factually untrue. End of story. And we cannot reduce races to just skin color. Again, stupid, factually untrue. Yastu says facts. Thanks.
Facts, exactly.
So, anything to add, Tsunami? We can continue to the horrible comment and finish the stream out with that.
No, it's just leftist retardation. I'm just expecting next June for a bunch of blue-haired land whales to be dressing up as Martians in the Adeptus
boy.
Mechanicus now.
All right, let's read this. So, Kama says, so you're upset about a novel in which member of the Mechanicus use both the terms pronouns and gender in the same passage? Let me dumb that down for those that don't understand me. Oh my gosh, the condescending tone has begun.
The man is a genius.
The man is a genius. So first of all, I'm not mad about this. This just differs. I'm annoyed, and I just think that should not be there. So my first initial reaction to this is based on thoughts, and logic is not actually based on emotion that much. Emotion comes after that, but not before. So first of all, this. Second, I keep reading. You're mad about, so still we're mad.
Without being mad. Okay.
Without being mad, because people like that, they're usually mad about whatever it is. So they think that we are also mad. The other side is also mad, okay? About someone using the terminology for parts of speech in any language. In any language, really? Do we have that in Bulgarian? Containing the concept of gender, in addition to the same passage containing mentions of the word gender.
Goldie doing something.
Goldie. Being used to describe another tech priest before immediately pivoting to the notion long held long held on at that the Mechanicus has to use for such concept. Wow, this is a word salad.
That's a word salad.
I know that I didn't.
It's
hard for me to read the word salad, but still, it's a word salad. I figured you'd be upset by the mention of self-castration performed by the male tech priest, but no, you're upset about someone using correct terminology to describe parts of speech and the use of the word gender. Oh my gosh, don't alone. Whatever shall I do now?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I'm not upset about the fact that they're removing their parts because they are doing this entirely
doing
by
this,
their
yeah.
own wishes, because their own logic and whatever. I'm not gonna question that. It's fantasy. It's not horrible because they want to do it and they don't actually. They're removing something from themselves that they really feel like that. It's just part of who they are. And that is the whole thing. Is it great? No, but that is just the type of people that they are.
Yeah.
Literally. They're not doing anything to anybody else that it's consensual about themselves. So who cares? Like, it's their own bodies and they are gaining other stuff when they're removing those parts of themselves. So it's not like entirely horrible
Yeah.
from that point of view. They're still being augmented, they live longer, whatever. So it's their decision.
They just don't consider themselves people, obviously.
Yeah, they don't consider themselves people. So this is stupid.
But they have never used those pronouns before, and
Yeah.
we can't say that she, that girl there particularly uses he just because to avoid confusion. What confusion? Nobody's confused. I have never heard anyone in that universe to be confused about that when they
Yeah,
use
we
the
know that
mechanic.
it's a he.
Yeah.
So this
So
whole
what
lecture of the book is retarded, like literally. Okay, Tsunami, anything to add? Here's the lecture again, so you see it on screen.
Based on what you just said, that's how insidious this whole fucking concept was. You literally just gave the same talking points as one of those groups out there who says the exact same fucking things. And that's how fucking nasty this comment is. Because that's literally what trans people say. It's my choice. I wanted to do the thing. Blah 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 blah. Not taking away from your points, but that's how they're going to go ahead and use this exact fucking terminology to completely fucking rot the whole Warhammer concept into fucking oblivion with their nonsense. So this is a very insidious thing that happened, and it was done in really like a subtle way, just enough to go ahead and provide all the arguments for, oh my god, I can only imagine the kind of stupid shit that's going to come out of this.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna say that whatever the mechanicus decide to do themselves is their own prerogative. That's just how the fantasy is
True.
written, so who cares? That doesn't mean that you have to put pronouns. Exactly, that means that you shouldn't, because it's clear and you don't need any more explanation about it.
I agree.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's the bottom line.
That's happening with the people who decide to do that. I mean, okay,
It's
they
their
decide
fault
to do
that
it.
they're reducing the characters to their freaking gender and pronouns. We don't need that.
We don't need that, yeah.
We see a guy, he's a man and machine, end of story. Who cares? Anything else? No need to further discussion. It's what they do in the universe, how they contribute to the universe. That's the point. They're very interesting characters and races. Gold is gonna do a thing.
And it's even not. He did it.
He did it?
Yes.
Ah, go there. He peed when he's not supposed to be. Damn it. Okay, guys, so we really gotta go now. It's very late. But we covered everything, so I'm happy. Definitely let us know what you think in the comments. And I'm going to cut those things as soon as I can into videos. It's too much. But yeah, Tsunami finishing thoughts and we go.
Oh, no finishing thoughts. Thanks for the raid again, Smash and all the Smash Raiders.
Indeed.
Appreciate you guys hanging out, listening, or at least me and my random thoughts and these two experts, what they think, and let us know what you guys think, please.
Yes, indeed. So I'm gonna rate my own superhero stream and end it
Nice.
so I can send all the people there automatically now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let us see all your names on the screen now, and see you later, I guess, for the evening stream if we have such. Yeah, it's gonna be about something.
There is that game that you have for free. You have to play that too.
Oh yes, there's a game. Okay, we'll see what's gonna happen in the
Yeah.
evening. Just keep an eye on the channel, guys, on the gaming channel. So love you guys. Until next time with me, 40K Empress and Logan and Tsunami. Bye bye. Bye.
See ya.
The 40K Empress leads the way as warriors of the imperium sway. into realms where dangers play, where hidden minds hold sway. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes. With faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. For the imperium we prevail. Beneath the grand cathedral spires, plots twist like smoldering fires. But with her blade of pure desire, she claims the stars entire. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes. With faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. The imperium we prevail. Through storms and battle cries, her banners pierce the darkened skies. With bolter hymns the traitor dies, as loyal warriors arise. Saints and psychers bend the flame, every world speaks her name. The Empress rules without shame, as war she does reclaim. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes. With faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. The imperium we prevail. The warriors march with sacred might, their purpose burning crystal bright, to lift the throne world from its plight and guard humanity's light.